Demonetized.
Woo! All right, D&D thing. So, walla walla. Right. Last we left off, I shunted you into sci-fi adventure where you signed up for a fantasy one. So here you are in the city of Severn, on Severnus, after mosey along a dark portal, potentially releasing a new god into the world and then just peacing out, where you found that the villain that has been distant and plotting all along is now much closer than he was before. Here in the flesh, Kirksaren rules this city as a benevolent leader, and in fact these people are not aware of neither magic nor religion, the power of the gods, or anything else. They simply think, well, they thought they were the last vestiges of humanity. But then a clever little lie was told, and they bought it. For these people are oddly gullible, uninspired, routine creatures of routine. And so you made them believe that you are indeed from another city, and that another city is out there. And your strange attire has been explained away. The fact that you can have a golden dragon companion is also somewhat accepted, oddly. And so, in this strange modern city, you were summoned by Kirksaren. You had a very interesting conversation where you didn't feel it was a problem to insult your friend's religion, to poke fun at the fact that Helios, a caged god, well, might have interesting origins. And so, you are now led back to the barracks where you are being contained, being led in this vehicle by Litha, a strange denizen of your own world that seems to have been caught up in the Felix Lustrum affair. And is presumably also, if not undead, then certainly not a normal mortal humanoid. With that, plans are forged. Some of you plan to introduce religion to this place.
I'm not introducing religion for the gazillion time.
Something of a protection then, in divine form.
Yes.
Which certainly won't lead to anything.
Hopefully not.
We've heard people here talk about giant being in the sky that was there always and now is gone.
Yes. Right? So yeah, that's another thing. And before
something.
There are creatures outside of the city. They know that for certain because the world ended. So they know there are things beyond their understanding, but they have not quite connected that to the idea of divinity and religion because it was, well, deliberately blocked, as far as you can tell. And so, in this dome, which you now know is a riff on this packed stone idea of containing souls as a barrier, rather than having a spellcasting focus, the day will be yours as you are driven to the barracks and are left to your own devices. As far as you know, well, the deal was struck that you would assist in going beyond the wall, going into the Severn Fields, and seek what must be found.
Did we? Because I think Dario said you'll have our answer by tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it was an offer at least, right?
Yeah, but we haven't actually replied yet, have we?
No,
No.
you haven't
Or am I
made, but
missing something? Oh, okay.
conversation was happening
An
as
offer
far
was,
as I know. Yeah.
was made.
Yeah. Right. So before the ride ends, because I should have watched the end of the last session because I didn't. I don't know exactly where I left off. I usually think I remember, but I didn't. It's been a while. Is there anything you guys want to interact with Litha, or see or do, or you are in this car alongside her before you enter the guard complex, the ranger complex?
No, I'm just going to take a view at the scenery and whatever I can. Well, just we're on a planet. I don't know. We're in a whole new surroundings. I'm just gonna watch outside.
I'll let you do a perception check for him.
Yeah, maybe see if there's any sort of plant outside.
First roll. 13. You're a little dismayed. You do see plants, but they are neatly cordoned off in little pots and features, and some of the buildings have like a tapestry of vines, but they are neatly curtailed. You even see some worker of the city just cutting down grass to a millimeter perfection. It is all very artificial, but at the far end, hard to see because you came to the city center. Briefly, I think, before you would have entered, you could have seen that beyond there is a maybe not a quadrant, but a large segment of this dome that is indeed a river that flows into a forest. And you do see farms and the like, and you see these strange distant towers as well that seem to have a lot of growth like crop that are reaching to the sky. Very strange to see it that way, like they flipped gravity upside down kind of thing. So there is life, there is an ample forest even, but it all looks just a little off. Very well maintained, like a garden, not like pure nature.
Do the plants look familiar to stuff we have on our world, or is it radically different looking?
Make a nature check. And I'll allow Dario, I'll give Dario an answer as well without rolling.
Nature. Oh.
Ooh.
Well.
It's wasted a little bit, but
Good. Waste them now. You really don't pay attention to this kind of stuff. It's a thought, like, yeah, alien planets. You see Dario longingly or frustratingly stare and be a bit grumpy about this whole affair. You start paying attention, and then it's grass, there's trees, you see a tree, that's normal. But then you start really paying attention. You're a perceptive person as well. Those towers of crops and other things, there are like, now and again, there are like domes that seem to be like very elaborate greenhouses. And you see shops pass by that are very neatly packaged groceries and all that. And a lot of that doesn't make any sense. Like, you just, wait, why is that purple? Like, there's things and colors, and there are shapes here. And Dario, you immediately can tell, a little unnervingly, there are things here you don't know what they are, and that is weird to you.
And are there any animals, domesticated, wild animals?
You don't see a lot of animals or meat or anything like that.
have we seen like birds or anything at all? Or insects or
No?
anything around the city? Nothing.
That's terrifying.
Interesting.
Did we notice what they eat? Or do we at all see supermarkets or foods or I don't know shops with food or people eating?
Yeah.
What have we
You
been
see,
fed?
you guys have been fed like well, military food, right? So
Right.
it was all
Yes.
mushed, and it looks well. It was edible, but it was a strange mush. It didn't give you any like reactions or anything like that. None of you discovered that you're allergic to peanuts. But you see on the street, people are buying things from stalls, and they have things in their hand, and they're like, it's all very automated, and yeah, so city food and all that kind of thing. You do see like places where people are dining and sitting outside, so, and some of it, yeah, the more you start focusing on it, the weirder it looks, and the more out of place it looks. So, eventually, you arrive back at the ranger tower. Let's say it's the close to the only exit in this city. You're let out, and basically, you've been given your rooms. You've been given this area where you can go. When all of this is happening and you're being led outside of these cars, you will see the captain actually walk up, Captain Arasfele, and a little concerned looks over to you, tries to gauge. So, what's the expression that she meets from you guys? Like she's trying to read the room a little. How you guys feeling about all this?
I'm brooding.
A bit overwhelming. I mean, I've been in cities and stuff, but well, nothing I've seen at this planet is of the scale I'm used to at home.
So, you've met with the administrator. I hope everything went well.
Yeah, you can
As
say
well
that.
as one could expect, I guess.
Yes.
We're still alive. That's big.
I don't understand. I mean, why would you? Yeah, we're alive.
Oh,
This is a
it's just
joyous moment,
saying
yes?
where I come from. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's just a saying. It could
just,
always be worse.
In our city, the administrator isn't as hospitable or kind as yours.
I see. Make a deception roll there, Dario, because you're the one who triggered that. Well, Gord had a say in it as well.
So do you need to
14?
roll or not?
No, that's fine.
No.
I rolled really well. Wow. Started with 20 to something else. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, yes. Well, your experiences living out there, and well, I'm guessing your city must be in some dire needs. Well, regardless, I spoke to some of the administrator's aides, and I did receive a message that you are allowed passage into the city. You are honored guests of the city, and apart from some military and scientific areas, you are free to move where you please. And transportation can be.
If we were to need some supplies, how does the currency work here? We have some gold, but I don't know if
gold. Oh, That's strange. No. All expenses are paid for by the city, within means, but within reason, of course.
You saw Gord's lights eyes flicker up for a second.
Yeah. But for what it's worth, from your stay in the sands outside, the city's hospitality is yours.
Do we get like a multi-pass or something so they know?
Yes, you get multi-pass.
I want a fast pass.
So you get fifth element. Okay.
Multi-pass.
Yeah, multi-pass. So
Wow.
you do get some identification to your name, and oddly enough, also tagged to your, to your metrics, let's say. So yeah. For now, you can still stay here. We have ample room here in the barracks, so you're welcome to stay here. And yes, well, I do believe there was some kind of decision that needed to be made. If that decision has been made, please do let me know, and I can forward that to the administrator.
Yes, the administrator talked about a mission going out there.
Oh.
But we want to know if we go out there, what we might encounter. What is out there?
Well, nothing more than what you would have seen. There are, I don't know if you came from the west, yes? So as far as we understand it, as far as we've been able to ascertain, to the north is, well, I'm going to check
What's
what...
my book?
Yeah. I'm actually going to check what exactly... Yeah. I'm going to get the correct names because I did have that. So to the north is what we call the Black Glass Dunes, which is where, well, most of old Severin, the ruins are around us. But beyond that, there are, well, a phenomenon called black glass that has taken us many years to overcome with our vehicles, but we have adapted to the best of our ability. Going through that, there is, well, a large crater that we have sent scouts to in the past, but none have ever returned, so we stopped quite some time ago. Something happened there. We're not quite sure. Then to the east, we know that there is a large plateau that stops about 100 miles away. It's a steep cliff that the temperature drops immensely. And we've never been able to ascertain what exactly is beyond it, but we do know that there is a mountain of sorts that still reaches out of the mists, but we've never really been able to reach it. Aerial vehicles get snatched up by shriekers and creatures above. We have also received, well, signals from beyond that mountain, but we've never really been able to ascertain what about, if it's broken machinery from long ago, or it is said that beyond that ridge, the original touchdown for the first colonists of Severnus was present there.
Question, DM, do I know if they can record sounds?
I think, yes. You know of
Oh,
magic doing that, and you
okay.
probably know that.
Have you recorded any of these sounds? Do you have? Can we listen to them? Maybe it can make sense. Maybe we.
I can ask for clearance, yes. If you are
Be on
perhaps
the
well
phone.
versed. Yes.
Yes.
So yes, the administrator believes that our answers for what must be found are in that direction.
The
But
east.
Ah,
always to the east.
interesting.
In the south, something specific, or
To the south, there are more black glass dunes, and for the most part it is featureless. You can see for hundreds of miles on clear days when the winds and the stands die down. Although at one point a sortie that went south said they saw in the distance a village of some kind, but not of the architecture we know, much more primitive. And, well, and she goes through, and you can see like she actually shows you some images, I'll say, of the areas, and you see like all of this black and gray and purple, and then she shows you a picture of a very long distance, like very grainy picture that's been taken with a telelens, probably, even though you don't know what that is, but let's pretend. And you see this cathedral standing high, and a small village of very familiar looking buildings. Especially to you, Gord. No, it is the village in Felix Lustrum.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh. Okay.
Sadly, the sortie was forced to return as a wave of creatures assaulted them the closer they got.
Hmm.
What kind of creatures do you see on this side of the world?
Well,
On our way here, we got very lucky. We snuck past most dangers.
well, now with the Watcher gone, I don't know what's going to come up. Usually we had it quite easy as we were somewhat protected. There are small scavenger creatures that look vaguely human, but they're not, that are scrawling around the city ruins. But usually our sorties go clear straight through them. There are manifestations, things that take the form of their environment. There's also these creatures crawling below that sometimes come up after too much vibration and can swallow a vehicle whole. There are, yeah, copyright infringement, I know.
I was gonna say, like, if you walk without rhythm, you.
Yeah. Oh no, then they'll get you real fast. No. There's also creatures that heat. There's creatures that freeze the area around them. There are creatures that heat the area around them. There are elemental forces. And there are things we've only heard described, where any sort of imaging machinery, any sort of vehicle shuts down, and we only have eyewitness accounts of survivors of large things flying above on large wings. And for a moment she looks at Calendula and squints her eyes for a moment.
Yes. Oh yes. Nothing new. Nothing new. Same struggles we had in our city.
Would we recognize any of those creatures based on their description? Of like, oh, that sounds like a water elemental, or
Yeah, so I will say roll just Arcana for me. I know you're really looking forward to that.
that is one of my specialties. Well,
So it seems, yeah.
Actually, not bad.
So it seems.
So
if the next roll is an 18, I'm gonna start wondering about.
yeah,
where this is
18,
gonna end.
17, and then you're
16,
working
and
your
then
way
like, oh no,
down, yeah.
I need to keep it. No.
So the things that they are describing worms, they are describing dragons, they are describing probably some kind of minor demons that you've seen before yourself. They are describing elementals, clearly, and some other things that might be a little too exotic for you guys to know, and maybe some purpose-built stuff. But yeah, so, but what you get is that the descriptions are rather bleak. They are rather limited, because you get the feeling that these guys don't get out very often, and if they do, they actually don't get very far with fucking Anthe there. So it is usually a struggle, and there's a little, if it's a reference to anyone, a little bit of an Attack on Titan feeling, like we never really do get out much.
People
So
going out multiple times and coming back multiple times is unique.
is, yeah,
We generally
the fact
don't
that you guys are alive having been out there is a bit weird. So they are very limited in their knowledge, actually.
And you've seen this dragon-like creature here. This is a good kind. But what colors are the kinds your people saw?
Colors. She stares at Kalenda. Kalenda just cocks her head for a moment and comes a little closer. She instinctively steps back. They're like, good dragon, is it? Okay. That's a strange word.
That's what we call them back home.
I see. So you've managed to domesticate these creatures?
Yes,
I mean,
yes, they are pets.
Oh, I could
Kalendula
feel-
just stares at you for a moment.
Yeah,
And just-
Gordon is also shocked.
Yeah, there's a little puff of flame going towards Nolan, not to hurt you, but just like, and again, she like steps back, and it breathes fire. I will like a deception roll on that, Nolan. As she, well, as far as we can tell, there aren't many, but they are very large indeed. They're enough to carry off one of our heavy vehicles.
Ah,
And you say you have domesticated them?
Those are not
Well-
younglings then.
And in terms of color, this is a world of grays and darkness. As far as I know, I've had one person describe them as shadow-made form. They don't seem to be as... Well, they carry sand and shadow with them. It's very hard to tell what exactly they are.
well, I must say, you're not really selling going out there, do you?
Well, I would suppose not, but you probably are much more well-versed than us. having lived there for so long, or at least
You have
managed to
big
traverse it.
Yes.
I
Skill
have a
luck.
children book about dragons. It's a very simple book
Yeah.
I once got where there's a basic understanding about dragons, and I will give her. I'm sorry.
Or yeah,
I give her that as a present.
Can she
And
read it?
she takes it and she flips through, and so that covers the metallic ones and then the evil ones, the ones you should avoid. And she flips through, and but of course she can't read a word of it.
Yeah.
It's
Get pictures.
yeah, it's a children's book, so it's like there's so many kinds. And then she stops at the golden one and then looks. I see.
These are the golden dragons. These are noble and just creatures. All the metallic are generally good-hearted and kind and noble and fight for justice. And they have an all-father of some sort named Tormodon, who created all metallic dragons and who is a beacon
Amazing.
of hope and justice. And he fights the evil kind, and he will fight all injustices.
You see Calendula just sitting up and then like proudly presenting a little pose. Toradon?
Tormodon. And it is not
Tor.
an idle being. He fights, when it's necessary.
That's a wonderful story. And she looks at the book again. Whatever gives the children hope. And she'll give you back the book.
You can have it if you want. Do you have kids?
I couldn't. No. It's I've not been allotted that privilege. All right, very well. I thank you. I'll cherish this.
All right. Yes.
Does Ena follow over Gord?
Keeping track.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, oh, he's spreading a religion.
Only counts as one. Okay.
One follower.
Well-
Gord.
Well, that's a lot to think about, isn't it, my friends?
Are we looking for a private place?
Yes,
Do you
I
have
think
a move?
Please, I won't. I'll leave you to your own devices. I won't take any more of your time.
Thank you.
Again, the city is yours.
The big city.
Am I assuming we could call a person to drive us around to places if we wanted
Yeah.
to?
I mean, they won't allow. I mean, they said we're free, but we're not free as in we won't be watching you.
It won't be take me to your equivalent of Area 51, but
Yeah.
could you take me to the
she
park
said-
or to your shopping or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guided tour in North Korea.
Yeah.
I mean, take me to your leader. Well, we've just come from that.
Yeah, we've already done that, right? Bingo.
But we
I'm
are
assuming
outside the
we will-
walls now in a camp.
No, you are.
Oh.
It's very much in the dough.
It's in a
The military
And
base
there
on
is-
the outskirts.
Yeah. So the ranger outpost, basically where they keep their militarized guys, and you are near the only exit in the city, which is large gates. That is the only exit from the dome.
Okay.
I'm assuming we can find a private spot here, either outside or inside in a room or somewhere where
Yeah.
we can discuss, right?
As far as your privacy, you imagine your privacy to go.
Yeah, just not having people there who
No,
can overhear
people.
us, not knowing
Yeah.
and not being aware of the things modern
Correct.
security might be able to do or
Yes.
not do. All right. So what do we want to do here?
Yes. That's a very good question.
I am
I'm-
gonna create an anchor for myself to my gods in the hopes that it can break this foul magic that's all around us.
Okay.
How large is it?
Yeah, creating a safe haven wouldn't be a bad thing if you want to
No.
hello.
Do you want to
No.
do that in this space, or do we want to try and find like some kind of hideout for ourselves where you want
I
to do
wanted
that?
to
Or
do it here in the base
here in the base?
because the advantage of doing it is that it can prevent people from turning undead. And as far as I understand, the people in this base, their main mission is to protect the people.
And
So I
would
can give them
this
a hand and prevent them from killing their own people who just want to eat their brains.
would
But
this
they're
immediately
also in the
trigger?
payroll of Kirk Saren.
Everybody is gored.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's-
works for the one man in this ginormous city.
If
That's
we
true.
agree to his contract, we're also working for him.
Well, that's not really true, is it?
Are we doing his bidding?
Because well, it's not because say you're going to do something that you actually have to do it.
I get the distinct feeling to get out of this realm that we
Well,
will end up doing what Kirkseri wants.
Ah, I see.
Look, I don't want to do his mission or what he asks of us, but we're not gonna find the answer in the city. Probably, we might want to go out there.
Or go deep down?
I'm just thinking that if we pursue what he is pursuing, we have the largest chance to foil his plans. Consider well, that said,
Or you
it
might
might
speed up his
also
plan.
work out the other way, and you will give it. We'll end up giving him what exactly what he wants, of course.
from what I could gather, he's not super invested in getting our help. As in, he doesn't need us to do this. It would
Indeed.
be beneficial, but he doesn't need us. So I have to assume he's got other plans, or just assumes he's going to get what he wants in 200 years. But if we help him, he would get it sooner. But he's
Yes, indeed.
totally
Like
fine
he's,
waiting 200 years.
like he
Yeah.
said, he's been planning this for thousands of years.
Mhm.
So it's
He-
big. So
That's
He is
exactly.
not. He doesn't appear to be under any kind of time pressure to get this done now.
No, but
Or
whatever he's doing or has been doing for all those years, it has corrupted our world, our
yeah,
home.
it's not.
And
It's not great.
I want to know why. Why
What
is
the
he
end goal
doing
is.
what he's doing, and why are we the ones suffering because
What
of
is
it?
the most basic need of all? Or what do Pittymen crave besides eternal life?
Power.
A D&D party that meets consistently every week.
Yes, but in the sense of
Dat is een level 9 spel, kan dat niet aan, man.
I am not
in the case of
broken. I am
megalomaniacs,
I
strong.
don't know. Power, godhood.
power. In the
He
sense
told
always
us what he
power.
wants. He
Oh.
wants to
I don't believe one word
shut
of him.
out the swarm permanently and
I
then
don't believe
unite
one
the
word.
world under his banner.
Yes, that's maybe
And
one.
then remake it in not his image, but remake
Question
it the
is
way
how.
it was.
With
But I agree
Kirksaren,
with. Yeah,
I'm afraid that het doel heiligt de middelen.
yeah, it means
The ends
Means justify the
believe-
ends. Yeah.
I do believe he wants to make humanity great again and
well,
make it
only
yes.
humanity. Only
superior.
humanity.
But his view,
In his world, in his view, yes, of course.
Yeah, the
not.
people here being
Yes.
humans and nothing else.
make Severn great again, indeed.
Because, well, what she just told us, there are dragons here, there are elementals, there are all sorts of creatures we can find in our realm. He wants
Mhm.
Severnus to be humankind only, so he is
To be free of those
planning
creatures.
to kill
Yeah.
everything on this planet, or at least send them back
Uh,
through I don't know wherever they came from.
But I think if we can along the way drop seeds of doubt in his people and show them there's another world and other views and other creatures and other life,
I agree, but we
I,
have to be
I
very
think that is a good
careful.
thing.
Be very careful about that.
And we don't have to bring him to our world specifically, but it could be a trade route for them, or
Because we asked about this last time, I think, and this city has far more people than most cities in our realm have. So
12 million.
Yeah,
I
12
think.
yeah,
million a day. Yeah.
they have far greater numbers and people than we've ever seen. Right? That was
I am not
the end
eager
conclusion.
Yeah,
to intermingle the
exactly.
two worlds with each other. This realm has existed
Mhm.
for ages without ours,
I
and
think
considering my point of view is that it should stay that way.
neither this world or our world is ready to meet the other.
Do these people know the flu, or are we like introducing them to all these diseases?
Boo.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh no.
they're the Black Death and everything. Like yeah,
Oh no.
Spanish fever all over again.
dwarven
Yeah,
pop.
the
Uh,
dwarven box.
So yes, every dwarf has tuberculosis as a kid, and for dwarves, it's actually not harmful at all.
Uh,
Oh god.
so a
God.
weak flu for them.
Yep. City of 6 million.
The Black
What
Plague.
was that number going down on the viewer there? Oh no.
6 million people. What do you mean the city has 5 million people? What are we gonna do with 4 million people?
Welcome to the D&D version of Plague Inc.
So I think we have a few options.
yes.
The first one is go out there, explore, see if we can find something, see something. We do not report to Kirkshirin. The second option is, and they are not separate from each other, but to go in a city and spread seeds of doubts with nature and holy interventions. And the third is we try to assassinate Kirkshirin in his city, but that might attacking
And
an ancient red dragon in his lair,
and the
and
fourth
that might
maybe
be very dangerous.
in the option joining Kirksairen's troops in the mission they are heading for. Seems better to me than just going out there wildly.
Mhm.
It's
Unless we
more,
need to.
well, at least you have
Yes,
a
but
goal then.
he will know we will not. We've been a thorn. He'll know we will
No,
not
but we
um,
will.
uh, follow him, or we will try to betray
Yeah.
him. He's
Yeah,
So
but
smart.
we
I'm
have
gonna
to go
assume
outside.
if we go either we go with his guys and have at least some support, and then yes, if we end up betraying them at some point or going our own way after we figure out what we want to figure out, then he'll know and he'll have people there. But assuming we do this on our own and go look for the object, surely he's gonna send people after us at that point as well. So I don't really see the big difference between those two options then.
Well, we have to go out there. It's the source of Arcana. We have to find the object, and it would be an incredible start for a display case at my library.
Nolan, this isn't about. I mean, yes, it's about learning, but not only about learning. There's a city of 12 million people here.
I can
I
start a
agree with Cord.
pilgrimage of arcanists coming to Graven, building a network relations,
Why would anyone want that, Nolan?
because you obviously don't know what it's about. You're not an arcanist, so you wouldn't know. So I'm not going to explain.
Oh, it's fun to see it. Even on another realm, you can insult people so easily.
Huh? What?
No, I agree with Gord and Boris. I think we might wanna, well, plant some seeds
Mhm.
in the city, and then maybe after you've done that, see we'll do outside of this dreadful
Don't
dome.
intend to start a religion here. There's no point.
No, no, no.
Cern has too much power here.
No, but we
Yeah,
can
I intend
definitely
to be a pebble in his foot.
try
I
to
just
start
Converting
people
people,
to
then we're speaking in
critically
timelines
think
of
about
months
some
and
stuff.
years.
we did.
We will need to come up with a pre-planned explanation for what you intend to do, Boris, and how we're going to explain it to the people
Yes.
here so that we all have the same explanation if different people ask us about it, and one
But
that they can somewhat
I'm
accept,
just
because I got the feeling that they weren't super
Because how
convinced
visible is it
about
what you're
some of the
doing?
not
early
at
things that
all.
we said.
Not at all. So it's not like when you finish your spell, it will be like a big red beacon, alarms going off everywhere.
It will be an area of rest.
We saw it happen in
I
the
like that.
city. It was
That's where
like,
I chose
Yeah.
to add
Right.
light to the effect.
oh yeah, okay.
Ah. So
I
it
can
wouldn't be
choose what
Boris
effect it's given.
glowing in the sky the way it was before.
No. It will
Okay.
be very
I'm all
demure.
for it.
I'm quickly going to check if there's no one is using magic,
I mean,
or
if
if
we
there's no
can,
magic in here.
if we can answer the
Okay.
questions by just telling them, we Boris made a safe haven, a place to relax and be calm. I think
Wouldn't
that's
it be
at
more
least
interesting
pretty.
if we created that outside of the city? So they do not, the people here are not dependent on the dome
But
and on Kirkshirin. But if we
Can
create a
we
space outside
outside of the
that is
The
dome,
safe
people,
can we
the
do
for the
area
that?
I
people to
create,
go,
what is the main thing we've been fighting against when it was about Kirkserin?
and that's hordes of undead.
Undeads, yeah.
Hordes of undead. What do we have here? Millions of people who can be turned into skeletons. Their souls are basically an arcane battery for Kirkserin to feed his powers. Putting it outside of the dome won't work. We need it inside where the people know they have a safe haven where I can protect their souls so that they can be used and controlled by themselves and not
this
by the megalomaniac.
this powerful mage will probably remove this magic of yours. No,
This
is
powerful
it not?
mage needs to borrow the power of my god to be able to create what he's created here.
Hmm.
Yeah, but he can still dispel magic. No, I've seen no one do it. I can do it a bit myself.
Did
These
Well, we
magic
can all we can try.
effects are
Again, I'm not spreading rumors, I'm not showing dragons around, I'm just burning some
that
incense, creating an area where I have an anchor to the power of my god. It's not intrusive. I'm not starting shit here. I just want to be a pebble in his shoes. At the moment when he starts a reaping or whatever, people have an option.
I'm
I
curious
all
to
I'm
see
doing.
what happens when you
agree.
finish it. Have we checked any of the people here for signs of like magical influence or mind control or something?
I think we
Well,
did last time.
I'm
Nolan,
just doing it.
yeah, Nolan
can do
cast
that.
detect magic,
Ah, okay.
and other than your party members, there is no magic here. Only
Okay.
the faint essence of the dome behind you.
Propaganda
I
is a bitch.
Yeah,
I
because like,
cannot sense any magic, so they're not he's not cheating, as far as I
so
can
if
tell.
someone from here would step into Boris's safe haven, they shouldn't feel some kind of lingering effect lift or any. That's probably not going to be a thing
A
then.
sense of rest is the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah,
That's why I want to
because I
cast it
was
in the atrium.
curious if their apathy was caused by just magic or if it's just Kirksarian feeding them propaganda for 800 years or so.
That's the
Yes,
reason why I want to cast it in the base. Here in the atrium where I was meditating before.
I agree.
Just create a
Did that?
restful area that's
Um,
already used for rest.
You told us you
how
need
long does
instance
it
for
take you
that,
to do that?
Boris.
24 hours.
24 hours.
And you need instance for that, right? That's what you told
Yep.
us.
But
Do
we're
we
getting
have?
that from
Do we have that on
Ah,
us right
are
now,
they
or?
we were getting it from the driver.
Oh, we sent
Beta.
Ding is
beta
yeah.
for it, right? Ja,
Yep.
ik ging ook Dings
Well,
zeggen, maar
then we'll
ik
just
kan
be.
het niet doen.
We'll just wait for that.
Right. So, a few things. You guys are discussing and doing these things. You are also brought meals again, which are filling, even though they might be a little dull and lifeless. First of all, after about 2 hours or so, Nolan, you briefly see the captain join you again, and she gives you a tablet with so oddly enough, it wasn't very difficult to get clearance for this. Normally, this is very well, these secrets are guarded from the general public, so please don't share them with too many people. But apparently, the administrator has given you clearance, so this is for you and your friends only. It's not much, but it's what we have managed to decipher, or at least made clear. We don't know what the words mean, though. It's gibberish, as far as we know. And she gives you the tablet.
Okay, I'll wait until she disappears.
Okay.
Where's
So
she
thank
gone?
you, everyone. And she leaves. Comprehend languages. So I'm guessing ritual cast this?
Yes, it will take me 10 minutes.
Okay.
In the 10 minutes, you have to wait. Find any games on there, like.
Angry Birds. Fing.
Yeah. It's Space Invaders, but then with Demons of the Abyss and
Hero
what
Wars.
Dome
Yeah.
Keeper.
Yeah, definitely that one.
Wish Crush Saga 2.
I walk to Cassius. God won't give me my iPad back.
I specifically stole a phone for you. Check, see if that has games.
uh,
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know
there's
it's
a-
a phone, but I
this-
stole a device.
yeah,
And
there's
that's how
this
quick
reaction
brain rot
game.
sets in.
Reaction game where you have to
Intelligence
like
drops by
dodge the
one.
claw. Right. So, not this. Yes, this. No, this. This. So you guys comprehend languages. All of you hear this crackling sound of this sound being produced by this thing. And there is this murmuring sound that sounds very mechanical. This like screeching and interference. Like there's strange sounds coming through, but then there is also this voice, this whisper that comes through. And this is abyssal.
Mm,
God damn it.
I thought so.
And Nolan, you hear the line spoken. On repeat, constantly in a loop. He was exiled here. Yet why am I not allowed to return? It has been so long. I am cold.
This is what we heard when we were back on the island. These are the exact same words when we were standing at the teleportation structure on the island where we found the teleportation room.
Oh,
Where
Imagine what would have happened if you stepped through them.
Yes, but Black Lennas prevented me from touching the button.
yes. A wise decision it was.
I wasn't going to touch it.
I think Black Lena's heard
Inside
of
check
Taurus
on Nolan.
Cosmos.
So we would have entered Severnus, basically. Interesting.
So Nolan, you can GM roll deception or persuasion, your choice.
Not even. Blind GM, private GM roll.
Yeah.
Let's see what the newest one has.
Oh, he would have pushed the button.
Yeah, I figured. Because I've heard them talk about this island or mentions of an island, and it's where they found some of those pictures that were worth quite a lot of money. But
Yeah, and where Null was supposed to be, but wasn't. It was where it was contained but stolen.
yeah, I'm also putting together that maybe Black Lenas was the guy who said, we shouldn't do this. and having him be removed from the party explains some things.
Okay.
So,
Luckliness knew something of what was coming, not a lot.
so this message is the same as the message you heard there. Does that mean that the
But-
place here where the message is coming from is that place, or
But these are the last words of Ante, are they not?
No,
Or
not sure. Maybe.
oh,
So the line is, he was exiled here, yet why am I not allowed to return? Has been so long, it is cold, I am cold.
There's two people this they're actually talking about.
the
yes.
he who was exiled
And
is
I
Ante?
I assume that why am I not allowed to return could be the voice of Ante.
Yes,
He wanted
indeed.
he wanted to return. But he was exiled. Who was exiled?
Satyane? He's
No,
No.
he was not exiled.
no exiled before, even before him exiled.
It could be in Sitha.
Are they? Are maybe Kirsten is not looking
Sif?
for
Possibly.
something, but someone.
No, Sitwe was not exiled here.
Sithwe.
They are
No.
looking for.
No, but
He's looking for a person.
But he's not looking for a person. He was just.
Is he not?
I think he's saying that why is he also being punished? While he was not the one being exiled, and still he feels like he's being punished where he
But no,
shouldn't
but
have been.
I mean, someone has been exiled
Yes.
to this planet, and maybe Kirsten is looking for that person and not for something, or at least they don't know they are looking for a person.
Well, there is still someone missing in the annals of history. A name no one ever found. Disappeared from the books.
je ziet de Martijn ook zo kijken. What the fuck?
Maar daardoor kijkt ook hoor.
Ja, ik ook. Ja, obvious.
No,
Helios
things you
en
know.
Cyaniel, is he exiled?
Daniel is the sun. It's
Dat
Helios.
is Helios, hè?
Would
Ja.
he be cold? Well, if he's bound and
No,
restrained, maybe he is cold.
well, it's the other one
But,
saying
yeah,
he's cold, not the one being exiled. Ante was cold.
Yes.
If we assume this would be
Yeah.
Ante, of course.
I surmise that's Ante. I do.
Didn't they abuse the powers of Helios to banish Ante?
I really don't know. It's a bit vague, isn't it?
I'll give you the exact words so you can look at them in the chat there.
Yeah, that's not gonna make it clearer anyhow.
No, I know. It's only literally three sentences
Like,
really,
read it.
Yes, but
but intrigue. I love it.
Because I'm
cold.
not allowed
And
to return. Helios is still there, but he's bound.
and the east
his-
is very cold. Perhaps we
It
should
is.
go east.
Maybe we should.
There is an argument
then.
to be made to get the object Kirksarian wants and safeguard it, of course.
Yes,
Yes.
but he
I
will
agree.
anticipate that probably, so we should expect a trap.
Yes, we know, but
That's
But
why
our first step now is
contingencies.
the Boris plan.
yes.
We need supplies for that, and then 24 hours.
Yes, but the supplies are coming via the chauffeur.
Did you
Driver.
place the order on the website?
Yes,
I think Boris has a
Martijn is speaking.
good idea that, well, if we are going to do what Kirksayan asks of us, we might as well do as much as we can to, well, strengthen our position when things go sour. And I think the safe haven is one of those. We should find out what other stuff we can do.
and then
So
even
there
out
you
of
want to
character.
go with the mission, the Kirksaran mission, and then adapt on that.
Down
Yes.
the line, yes. En dan even out of character, er is de gameplay mechanic waardoor dat ik in theorie ons terug kan teleporten naar die Hallow-spel.
Ja,
Geef
dat
het
is
maar
wel
even mee.
interessant. Nou, we inderdaad.
The thing is, I would like to find people, persons. I mean, he said there are 12 million of them. Even with a very good system of brainwashing, there have to be people who don't agree. There always are.
Yeah,
But
I have to
the
assume that.
last time I checked, there, well, there weren't any. That's what they said. I would like to find those people.
Okay. So we're gonna let Boris do his thing, and then we can go talk to some people.
Oh, we can
Yes, but
talk.
how?
Wait,
Yeah,
because it takes 24 hours, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So
So we can,
we have time.
yeah, yes.
Well,
it's
someone
gonna be
should
hard. Don't.
stick
It's
with Boris to
so.
explain to other people what he's doing and ensure he's not disturbed. Because
It's,
I don't
it's
think he can stop
mostly
and.
meditating and candles and incense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
I
you
have.
need to
Uh,
focus on it, right? You can't stop every 10 minutes to explain
No,
to someone what you're doing.
I need
Yeah.
24 hours of
Yeah.
Okay.
concentration.
I mean, I guess we could put a sign with like "Do not disturb the Boris" and then leave it at that.
I look at
Please
Cassius.
change bedpan every 3 hours.
I look at Cassius. Cassius. I think this is gonna be a hard thing to do. But if there's anyone who can pull it, I think it's you. We have to, well,
Split off.
Organize a
find.
rebellion in 24 hours.
No, just find
No, I definitely
people.
agree with you. No matter how
Burn the city.
much control you have over the people, there are always going to people who ask
And
questions, and
let's,
we
yes,
need
and
to
let's just,
find those people or figure
okay,
out what's
and let's
happening with
say
them.
that this is a city of 12 million people, right? And these are humans who have been living an other sort of life for all those ages. They are still very much humans. So if we try to act, well, act this city like it's a city of our own, where would you go
Mhm.
first? Where would we go looking for? If it like just treat the city like a big Olosso, where would you go? Where would we go?
Where did he go?
Maybe it's too simple, but
Never
maybe
know.
it's just that simple. Underground? Maybe not.
I'm assuming whatever
Where would you
is
go and
happening
ask?
here would be happening not in plain sight, right? We
No.
have every city in our realm has places where you know this is a bar where you only go if you have nefarious business. It's known, everybody knows it, everybody who's on the up and up stays away from it. The guards know it, but they don't really do anything against it because what's the point if you shut down this shady bar, then next week the place two
Yes.
streets over becomes the new shady bar, right? Now, I'm assuming that's not what's happening here because I have
No.
a
But
feeling that if Kirksarian's been running things this long, he is actually capable of shutting you down and then shutting
He's
your
same.
entire family down and everybody you've ever talked with.
he's
You all
running
just
12 million
vanish, and
people,
then yeah,
so he's
you always
wrong.
just vanish.
But
So if you were a dissident here, you would keep up your facade and pretend to be an upstanding citizen so you could continue to live with your family while doing things behind the scenes.
maybe
And
just
the
ask the
question is,
farmers.
how would we find those people? Because
Go
normally
to
I
the
would just
worst
go to
part.
the barracks and ask them who's your
I mean,
Yeah.
shadiest,
even
most
this
least
city has to.
trustworthy
Why
recruit, and
not?
then go from there.
Even this city has to have a bad region. No. Maybe we just ask. Well, I'll indeed ask the guards or the soldiers. I don't know how they
Ask the driver.
ask a
She's the only
driver.
one you can trust
I
here.
could
Yeah,
I
Lotta.
could
Yes,
I
we'll
go
ask
ask
her.
a
If we
soldier
see
like,
her,
hey, if we wanted to do explore the town a little bit, are there certain areas that we should definitely avoid
okay.
because they might not be safe?
No, if we see her when she gets back with the incense, we'll ask her.
I don't think we're looking for unsafe people with what you're aiming for. I'm thinking we're looking for people who want to be slightly more stealthy and not stab you and take all your gold.
Yes, they have to be
Yeah, but
discreet.
I'm not expecting there to be a region that has people who stab you on all your gold. But the
No,
areas
but
where they say you shouldn't go
Indeed.
there, that's where the lesser
yes,
people live. That's where
I,
we want to go.
I point to all the guards, all the military men, all the security officers
the
we
dome.
saw,
Mhm.
the dome. I mean, they're controlling something. They're preventing something here. They're not here for just being funny.
Yes, I know, but like I'm trying to ask them Like, it's not going to be the super citizens or the class 3 or class 4 citizens. It's going to be the lowest of the lowest citizens who do not get extra rations and whatever. That's where we'll
No,
find people who
Those
do
I
not
seven
don't
like
biggest
the way their lives
necessarily
clans
are.
being
agree.
developed.
I think even in higher societies, people might just not agree with him. But
Yes,
they
I know,
just keep.
but we can't
No, we can't go there.
suss
Yes,
out
and
if people are in high society and they are
well,
not
that's
100% on board with the regime. We're not gonna spot them or figure them out because they've
yeah.
only gotten to that point by being very safe and they're not gonna trust a bunch of
Yeah.
Well,
randoms. We need to get
I
in with a
I'll
mean,
lower person who can then connect us to one of the higher ups,
like the lady
is
who's
what I would
helping us
assume.
out, who appears in the middle of nowhere, also wants to get this the fuck sorted out. That kind of person.
Yes, but then
Yes.
they probably want to make a power move or something to change the political agenda. And
I don't think she's doing politics. She's just trying to
no, not
survive, and she
she,
can't
but
die.
the higher ups. See.
The
well,
person
we'll
who
just ask
can,
a driver, as Boris said. She'll know
she's the
something.
one who can put you on the way of that path. I think.
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
So we're doing
Okay.
that. All right.
I definitely also want to observe or watch one of their trainings because I want to see how their patrols or whatever they're called operate and what we might be going up against because they're all wearing armor that I've never seen before and carrying around things that I'm assuming are weapons that we haven't actually seen used because I don't think they
No.
used them to fend off anything while they were transporting it. So, like,
No.
I want to know how they fight so
What's
that
there?
if at any point we need to fight them, we have at least
Oh,
some clue of what's coming.
Yeah.
well, just steal one.
All right.
And maybe we can get you some of that armor too, Gord. So you don't get silly.
That would be cool.
All right. So, in order of operation, so you're waiting for Litha to return to maybe ask her, you know, I will say as a rogue, you do have the ability to seek the seedy underbelly of a city. You can whatever the equivalent of a thieves guild might be. But in a different way, right? Because this is not about
I'm
commodities.
not
This is
going to
more about
find signs
no,
saying this is the bar where you go.
no. You're
You
not going
say,
to
I would
find
like to
thieves'
order a
cants.
beer and you pay
Yeah.
with 2 shillings and a copper, and that signifies you mean business.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
greet people. No.
And yeah, in terms of joining them on a training, that is also possible. But that's a different thing. So leading up to maybe you guys joining the sortie, that can happen, right? So do note that down, because that's all stuff that's well beyond, well within my horrendous over prep that I did. So
Real sergeant.
I will say that. Oh,
Wrong button.
yep. It takes some time, but eventually Litha will return, be a little cagey as she usually is, and then approach you, Boris.
Mm-hmm.
And she like approaches you a little bit, doesn't really want to make eye contact, like speaks to you while not really looking at you. And well, and she hands you some incense and a few of the items you needed. Is that of the quality you require?
I give a quick inspection, and I think it's okay for what I need. It doesn't need to be high
Well,
quality or anything.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, what she gives is nearly identical to what you used before. It is a basically local to Natara incense that is specifically made and cultivated for religious use. It is exactly the amount and the quality you would require. And before you take it, Litha just holds it for a moment and then makes eye contact with you. This was far too easy to find. I don't understand. The stores have it in stock.
Can I insight check her?
Sure.
What would they use it for? Because the Charizard isn't
Ugh,
magical
Yeah.
spellcasting.
We could ask around who he
She
sells this stuff to.
she looks a
Where
little
did you-
worried,
where
but
did
she's telling the truth.
you just bought it in the store?
Yes, there's a large, basically general store warehouse, and it's among the air fresheners.
Well,
We could go ask around there and
yeah, we
say
can
we
just
don't have
like,
this in our
What
town.
what has
What
you
do you
spooked?
guys use this
Because you
But this world has no purpose for this high quality incense.
well,
It's
maybe
magical
not.
use, but it
Maybe
has
Because
not.
no.
it's from our world. It's from our realm.
Well, maybe they think it's
I've
an odorant, but
I've never been the religious type, and to be fair, I never thought to look. I've been in this city for a while, but this is the first time I thought of any sort of ritual. But yes, well, I remember when I went into the store, I could smell it. I remember it from the service at the cathedral in Felix Lustrum. This is the same sort of incense that, well, Richard Stormbrand used to use.
well, it could be like Gold said. Maybe
yeah,
they
it's
don't know what to do with this, and they just use it for the nice smell. But we could ask around, just go to the store and say, "Hey, what's this for?" And then if he
is it
says, "Oh, it's nice, makes smell, you won't smell your toilet anymore," and then just see if he's lying.
But
We
the
could
mere fact that they have something that serves a magical purpose or is made in our realm, that's not
can
That
I
right.
is very weird. Yeah.
It's a
can I
very big coincidence at the very least.
They should not
can I
have this.
Yeah,
can I pull her in a bit closer and whisper in her ear?
sure.
How much does he know and hear about what we are doing here?
And she thinks for a moment. You feel no body heat, but the cold coming off of her. And she again makes eye contact really close, and her cold breath as she speaks. I try to remove as many eyes as I can for you, but it is not easy.
Mm, yes.
Mhm.
There might be either he wants us to do it or he's toying with us. Don't worry about it. Stay safe. Thanks for your effort.
No problem.
Should you ever be in need of a safe space from his powers, what you brought me, I will create here in this location something that will help you. Do keep that in mind. If you need people there, bring them, please.
If you are going to do what I think you are going to do, I'm afraid I won't be able.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I know.
She will get
But
thrown
if
out.
you know people, you want to get in there.
Well, I appreciate it, and for what it's worth, I am looking forward to the reaction. But don't worry, I have my own ways of getting out of trouble, personally.
Uh, Yep, question. Last time I think Kixerin mentioned he had well, he knows there is something on Severnus and he had some paper documents and studies to prove it, and he was going to send them to me, or did he already give them to me?
Remind me again exactly.
Uh,
So,
if I remember correctly, Kixerin was telling about there is something on Severnus. We're looking for the source of Arcana, and then I asked Okay, but is this just a rumor? Have you proven this?
Right.
Are there documents? And I asked him to give me what he has
Yeah.
to study.
Yeah, you were going to read it before gave our answer to join him on his
Right.
mission.
So I
So
was
you
Yeah.
wondering,
knew
is
what
it
were going on.
still, is there like a parcel coming, or did he give him to me as
Yeah, I will
gift? I
say
forgot.
that would have arrived, and you can be reading this, and I will
Okay.
give that exposition after, because I'm thinking. So if you guys want to ask something
Mm-hmm.
to Litha, now is the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, Lita, you seem like a person who can get around in this big city of 12 million people. We don't want to start a rebellion, but my, as I see it, is even a city of 12 million people controlled by Kuxerin, there have to be people who see things otherwise. Even only in the slightest. We, well, where do you find those people? Or is there not such a thing?
There would be fewer than you think, as these people's reality is very small. But there are a few things that I've been trying to figure out. There are some. Everyone in the city is taken care of. Everyone lives their lives without wants or needs. But there are some things that even this dome can't leave out, especially not in the moments where Anthe would become active, sometimes slam the dome and focus his gaze on something. There are some scientists that have, for better or for worse, begun to puzzle together a few things. But I've never been able to get close. I do feel that there are barriers, even for me, especially when it comes to higher society folk. There is a
I
name,
understand.
yes. Scientists and the like, people working on improving, people who will come into contact with what is out there. Most of the
I
public never know.
So the people who have time to think about their situation really, not the common farmer who's busy growing his crops.
Exactly.
Ah, yes,
There is a
yes.
name. I've never been able to meet her. Her name is Isolde Kwan. Dr. Isolde Kwan. She's been most close to Kirksarin when it came to developing weapons that would work against beings outside. The only use of magic in this entire city is the bullets given to rangers who, when they go outside.
But there is magic in
Is
this
he still
city.
in his inner circle or?
I don't know,
Hmm.
but I've overheard her, well, questioning Kirksarin on a few points.
Mhm. So they do know magic. It's only for the elite.
As
Well, then
far as
why
I
came?
know, they don't know what it is. As far as they
Ah,
know, it's simply technology that is advanced, and they don't know how it works exactly, but it does work enough to kill demons.
good. Do we have clearance to visit the premises?
How about you find out?
Interesting. Ooh, I
Okay.
would love
Well,
to
that
meet her.
gives us quite a lot of things to do.
I'm sure if we let slip that the outsiders would like to talk with a scientist to share knowledge and trade
Yes, indeed.
knowledge of our city, she'd probably be very interested in that.
Or
Just be
yes.
careful not to push your luck, because if you get to Dr. Kwan, you probably have Kirksarin looking through the door.
That is also fair.
Yes, we have to do it in a way you won't
Okay.
notice. It's going to be quite impossible.
Seems very difficult.
Well, you are good in slipping things in people's pockets, or you're not, Cassius.
Why don't you look into your right side pocket and find out?
I've been
Ah,
looking
it's a
for this.
snake! Ah!
I've been looking for this.
Was that your card?
So thank you, Rita, for all you've been doing. I hope you can ease in your burden somewhat.
And she showed you the picture of the South, didn't she?
Uh,
She did, yes.
yes.
It was
Well.
the one we recognized as the cathedral and village in Felix Flustrum, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, now you know how I got here.
Huh.
But that's why Felix Lustrum was this important for them.
Probably. I haven't been back there.
Hmm.
If you guys do leave at some point, give me a shout.
We will. Of course.
Leave as in leave for the outside or leave for our realm?
The second one.
Ah, okay.
Lita,
Hmm.
what do you know about Ante?
What do you mean?
He was banished here. Yet you are still here now that he is free.
He's the one true God.
Sure. I wasn't really on speaking terms with her, with him. I don't even think Gref was. He was simply shouting at him. I don't know.
I motioned to Nolan to play the sound again.
I play the sound.
Does this sound familiar?
A lot of demonic warbling to me.
Can I sense if she? Can I see if she's sincere or not?
Sure. I am rolling real well today.
Better.
There's these black eyes that have no pupils or anything like it staring at you. A dead girl. And there's just that hint of nervousness that really just wants this conversation to be over, and that she really, really didn't like hearing those noises.
Did I sense her nervousness or her stress levels rise the moment I asked Nolan to play the sound?
Yeah.
Rita, is there something you need to tell us?
There's a lot about this place.
No, I'm not talking about this place. I'm talking to your understanding or relation to Ante.
He'll now pull you a little bit closer, and that darkness in her eyes seems to spread a little further, and her voice becomes a little hazy. She fades a little right in front of you. I've been here too long, heard and seen too many things. I have made my peace that I might just be a memory. I don't know what I am, and I don't know what I've heard. There are things here that are much older and much more dangerous than Ante ever was. I believe he was a guardian of sorts, although he didn't know what he was guarding. A broken creature, just like me, in the poor souls of Felix Lustrum. I have felt his anger, his sorrow, his regret, all of it. Definitely. That's why I'm here now. Because in here, I didn't have to listen to him.
Who?
Him, above.
Can I mentally cross-reference, since she made her voice hazy, to the recording I heard if there's a match?
You get the sense that Severnus, except where you are right now, is a place where magic has run rampant for a very long time, and it has twisted many things in ways you can't imagine. Without the gods, this is a world completely exposed to chaos. And she's been out there by herself for who knows how long. So there is definitely some correlation.
Yeah, it's just he was exiled here, yet why am I not allowed to return? It has been so long, I am cold, and she's actively asking to come along. I'm connecting dots here, but I'm not sure if they're
Oh,
correct. Ah, geloof toch niet mee. Maar wat
bleh.
ik kan het proberen.
I was thinking that you thought she was the person in the recording. I didn't really know why, but
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
the
know
only one
what
connecting those dots.
I'm.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't connect dots. I don't usually.
I'm missing half the page, so I don't know how to
Yeah,
connect the dots.
me too. I just
Yeah.
I felt her cold as she spoke. It was cold.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
She's been here
Lissa's
since the
condition
conception.
Lissa's condition is somewhat similar to Gord's previous condition.
Yeah.
Is it
True.
that similar? Is it the same? Is it Lissa, can you change forms by any chance?
He turns away from Boris, looks at Gord for a moment. And she shows her hands, and they seem to fade away. They don't become invisible, but you see a haze, a shift, and then she's back again and says, all I can do is slip between the cracks.
Because when you saw me in the hospital, I was somehow split. There was a part of me taken away by Ante, and he put that part in a body that he partially controlled. That it was partially him and partially me. It was a weird situation. I was not whole. I was cold, unsleeping, empty inside. But that was, yeah, I remember it.
I probably should leave you all to your. This is starting to become a little uncomfortable. This is not about me.
I understand. We are merely trying to understand
But I'm whole again
where we
now.
are.
There might be hope.
Thank you. That's incredible. I have no dog in this race. I was a farm girl. I was, well, probably not meant to live as long as I did. I am a simple creature. I don't need to be among gods and counselors and administrators.
I can understand your sentiment somewhat. I can.
What will you do if we bring you back?
Find a way to die? in the place I used to call home.
There's nothing there. There's only undead and swarm there.
Well,
Yes,
then I'll
she
be
knows that.
amongst good company.
And awakened.
Well, Well,
If
that went dark.
if you think that maybe a part of me has been changed by what I just heard, I've heard it for a very long time, together with whatever emotion Anthe would send. And then she looks to Cassius for a moment. But I'm probably none of those things or a mix of those things. I've been warped and changed by what I heard. You, my friend, you are on a much more familiar path if you wield that thing you have. I can feel it on you, or at least the absence. No gods are here to save us, are they?
I figured you and I were alike in that regard.
You can still step away.
If you think so, then maybe, but I'm not sure.
She
Not sure
produces.
if I can step away, or if I even should if I can.
She produces her dagger, which looks very ragged, badly made, flaky, even.
Oh boy,
There's more of them.
it's
They
me now.
were very sloppy when they made that thing. They left a few pieces behind.
Huh.
She'll put the dagger away and start leaving.
Is there any chance she's willing to trade the greatsword for the dagger? Because I would really rather have the dagger.
Dagger.
Holy shit. She has baby null.
Yes, interesting. So that's how she survives.
She leaves, but the door never opens.
Cool.
Yes,
That is awesome.
that happens.
You
Yes,
just,
yes.
she's just not there anymore.
It's
Mhm.
plane shifting.
Ethereal
That's the whole
plane?
next level, isn't it,
Yeah.
Cassius?
Oh, anyone can do it, really.
I am scared and
Alright.
aroused.
I look at Nolan. Disappear.
Well, no, I need to study, of course. It's not,
Ik word gebruikt zijn
it's
zwaard.
not that hard.
Wat ik nog nooit heb gedaan, denk ik.
Gebruik zijn zwaard.
Ja, en als ik een D6 rol en ik gooi 5 of 6, dan ga ik in de Ethereal plane.
I mean, Cassius can also
Yeah,
disappear. But... Oh, wacht.
Ja, je kan het horen
Ja,
natuurlijk.
oké. Dus we zijn eerst bezorgd om magie te gebruiken en nu gewoon...
Ja,
Yeah.
Als ik hier nu gooi.
Hey,
Als
let's
je-
go.
I started
doesn't happen.
something.
Wait,
I have
this
happen.
thing. I have this thing.
Ah. En dan wil ik gewoon even een ritueel doen en dat is
Ja.
dan een probleem. Allee, ja.
Yes,
So,
I have
Gord,
the heart.
you grab the sword and you're like, oh, I know that trick, and just for a moment focus and try to use the ability, and then for a moment you see a flash, and in that fraction of a second, the world becomes gray to you.
Ja, ik heb al in de
En-
Ethereal plane zien als ik dat gebruik. En op een
Ja.
D6, als ik 5 of 6 gooi, dan ga ik in de Ethereal plane.
Ja.
Is zo
So
werkt.
you
Dus ik kan hem
actually
allemaal
do.
nu kijken in de Ethereal plane, ja.
Yeah, you see Litha walking away through the ethereal plane.
And I also
And
cast
horrors beyond your
etherealness.
comprehension in the background.
Yeah, and then it's
Right.
gone.
In de Ethereal plane kunnen door deuren wandelen, of hè?
Nothing in the
dat,
material plane
etherisch,
exists
hè?
for you, so yeah.
Yeah.
You're a ghost.
You're
Oh ja, maar
basically a ghost.
ik vraag me al sinds ik die ability heb en nog nooit gebruikt heb, vraag ik me af hoe dat werkt. Dus nu weet ik het.
Yeah, it's
Go for
you're
fucking-
You
basically
become
a
a ghost. You can walk through walls
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. And the Hearthstone,
Yeah,
there you
that
go.
makes sense.
Once a week
do
you can
same.
cast Etherealness.
Yes,
So
I cast ethereal.
So
You
I
actually
see
do it
no
now?
disappear
Yes,
for
from
your
the-
once a
immediately.
week?
Yes.
For your once a
Yes.
week. Okay.
I want to prove my
Well,
point
that's
to
exactly what
Dario.
I'm going to say.
Just to show off to
You
Dario.
can do this.
All right.
You can do this.
Never used it. Never used it.
How
No,
long have you been able to do this?
Since the start.
well, you see Nolan, and then you don't see him anymore.
Hold on.
And
they're like, oh, this is the first time.
I
Oh,
was-
this is interesting. Cool.
and Litha just turns around, and so Nolan is gone for you guys, and you
I can
hear,
see him,
"Oh,
right?
this is cool." You can see him, Gord. You can see him. So you hear,
Hey, you're here too.
no,
I'm not there. I can see you.
No. You can
Yeah.
see you.
Ah,
and Litha just turns around as you. Oh, this is weird, and she just turns around.
I'm proving a point. I'm just proving a point here. I'm proving a point.
Nolan, where are you?
Oh,
Where
there
are
goes
you?
my cool exit.
Yeah.
Poor Linda.
Why?
A cool, mysterious exit, and they go, "Oh, hey, hi."
Why have you not done this before? I
Right.
mean, look at these guys. He
If
can do
you
And I'll-
can do what I can do, Nolan,
Yes.
I would be quite careful with doing it when outside of these protected walls.
Okay.
Thank
There
you.
might be things in the ethereal plane that can get you if you're there.
Apparently,
Oh, it is a bad place.
somebody needs to.
I've
watch
read
Stranger
about the
Things.
ethereal realm, but never. It's my first time, you know.
There are certain creatures afflicted, certain dragons that can reach you still in the ethereal plane as well.
Oh, okay.
Also,
do
the
I-
voices become quite loud here.
Ugh,
I don't
doesn't sound like a
understand all
fun
of them.
place.
And as you now are standing here, even through the dome, you hear this static, and you look up, and you now look outside the window. Everything becomes hazy, the walls and everything become ethereal. You see the dome as this bright, bright white light. The entire area is a white, brimming thing with power. And through it, you see these tendrils reach and dissipate like they are melting and boiling away. But everywhere there are these tendrils reaching down, trying to reach the people, but never quite reaching down far enough before they are melting away. And every
Oh,
time it
boy.
does, you see one of these tendrils come straight down for you. And you hear whispers. You hear familiar songs, chants of the gods of Trahas and Zine, Brenar. And right before it touches you, it dissipates. But more and more of these tendrils and memories start flooding back to you of things you had suppressed.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're possessed again. Fucking hell.
And-
We can't see
little-
Nolan.
Yeah, and so Gord, you start seeing this as well. Like these things are starting to pull and reach towards Nolan, and this is now concentrated. There are more things here, and Litha just looks up like, "Wait,
That's familiar.
no. How
Oh.
many? Familiar?
Yes, I don't like this.
I'm
Leave.
getting possessed again.
Go
And do
away.
How?
Dispel whatever you're doing." More of these tendrils start reaching down.
Oh, he's not gonna
This
stop
isn't
you.
normal. Who are you? Why are they
I've
doing
heard-
this?
I want to see what happens in the dome. Like, does it consume souls? Or
You see flickers of magic. You see you see runes of a spell that is very similar to what you saw in the Pack Zone, dancing around. And where these tendrils are coming through, you see wards activating. And yeah, they every time they boil away these tendrils, they boil them away. But here now, you see one or two reaching down, but around you now, from above, there are dozens that are
So
reaching specifically for you.
I can
What?
assume souls are being used to protect.
You can probably assume so, yeah.
That's why they need souls. Disappear.
Nolan
They are.
appears again before you, and
Completely pale.
a
I
slight
can do this too.
mist comes off him.
Sweat
And
drops on the forehead.
Gord, you saw these things reach for him.
You all right there,
You
Nolan?
see?
You look
I can
You
do
look
it.
rather.
I can. Oh, there's
amazing.
a chair. I will sit down.
Why is your
Can you
pants
do
wet,
this?
Nolan?
And I will touch my neck.
Yeah.
See, did something change?
It's no,
Just like
it's
pretending I have an itch.
Nolan, what's going on?
Huh? What? Oh no, I was a bit overwhelmed. It's the first time you're in the ethereal plane, you know.
How was
I
it?
could see
It's
that,
like,
Nolan. The tentacles,
hmm?
the powers reaching for you.
Oh,
Tentacles, what are you talking
you
about,
spy on
Gord?
me?
I did, yeah.
In my space. Okay. Yes. Well, it's very interesting though. You see, this blue dome is actually constantly being attacked by influences of the four elder gods.
So that's where they are. The
And I
ethereal
will
realm.
I will flap out Brenarxine Trahasio.
Oh god.
And they were trying to reach for me. So I
What
assume
will happen
that
if we step
this
out?
big dome, each time there's big tendrils. You can describe it as well, Gold, if you want.
I
Well,
look
big
at
dark tendrils of power were reaching for Nolan, and
I
Nolan
look at
Well, they were
alone.
reaching for every citizen in this city to consume the souls or influence the souls, but then they found me somehow. Yes,
They
and then
saw you, yeah.
yes,
But not
I'm look
Litha, not
and
me.
every single time there one of these tendrils was penetrating the field, wards were going off, magical wards like as if a pact stone is being used, and then they dissipated. So this big blue dome is constantly consuming souls. Where are these souls coming from? Hmm.
Nolan. Can, can I see your glyphs of Trahas we suppressed? Are they acting up again? Are they growing in power or size?
I didn't hear, I didn't feel anything. So
No, I want to.
Can I insight check,
I kind
Nolan?
of want to be sure, Nolan. Just said the four. You just mentioned the four gods are attacking this dome, and you had a connection with one of those four.
so yes, outside this dome, I don't think that there is a lot more than the swarm. It's the thing. But I mean, I knew it's not a
Oh,
surprise. I knew this was there, but
yeah. What does Cassius get with a 24 insight on you?
uh, Nolan feels uncomfortable. He's a bit afraid. Trahas will grow his influence once more. Uh,
through him.
that's it.
So he's not sure about the whole. It's fine. It's totally fine that he's
I
saying, but
just
he's not actively
Yes,
lying about the whole.
but you
Oh
also
no, I
sense,
haven't heard. Oh, I
but you
haven't
also
noticed these things.
sense a glimpse of interest because he wants.
He's very intrigued. Yes.
It's not the first. It's not the first time he hears or has read that once ages ago there used to be a civilization and the
Yeah.
elder gods
This is definitely a button that Nolan
they
would
were
like to
there.
press in the name of science.
out of 12 million people,
Curiosity,
they went for you.
not science.
Well, you know,
Well,
he's
I
the
believe
equivalent
they
of
went for
science.
me because these 12 million people have been untouched by the elder gods, and I am not clean in
He's
this
been heavily
regard.
touched.
And you have magic.
No, I've only been touched by one.
Every time we touch. It's a feel.
Where did he touch me? Huh.
Wacht,
Um,
even. Dit zijn dan die 4 Elder Gods die ook eens in mijn kop gezeten hebben als we daar dat
Yeah.
ritueel gedaan hebben met dat één meisje die ook zo van die markings had aan de
Yes.
nek.
Yes.
That's those
Ener,
4, hè?
huh?
Dat was
Ja.
Brennar.
Ah,
They
wel,
all
toen
have a
was het een van die...
color.
met
Ja.
die the woman in the water and the whole say your ancient name that you had before and the whole...
see-
weet je hoe dat iedereen
Ja.
2 zielen heeft? Dat was dat, hè?
I'm
Alle
not
mensen
sure,
met twee zielen.
Cassius,
Ja,
what you
alle
know.
humans, ja.
I don't know, Cassius, what exactly you know about Severnus, but there used to be civilization here once, outside this dome. That would used to be way before they artificially made this city by the Council of Severnus. There used to be life, but these people were born and bred on a soil where once 4 elder gods fought for influence, and this probably also caused some arcane ripple through the galaxy. But then suddenly there was no life for ages, and then suddenly again there was life by, I think, I don't know exactly how, but mankind populated this plane, and the 4 elder gods found purpose again, found followers again. And then the swarm was here as well, and then big stuff happened, Paxstone and Ante, etc.
But was this whole planet just one large soul battery for that war with the gods? Was it just, I need power, I take all these souls and all the life from this very planet for a
Well,
final
that's
attack?
that's
Or,
how Ante was created,
yeah, with the whole
and how
planet?
the Paxstone was created.
Yeah, but this magic of souls as a power source is everywhere here. So
Yes, but
perhaps
they're
that's
coming
what the
from.
cataclysm was.
I have, mm, yes, well, the elder gods are in this soil. Their blood has been spilled here. The blood of their followers has been spilled here. So they gain purpose again when people walk this earth.
And they're still here trying to get more souls.
They are trying to get influence back, reaching for those living. And
Because
they
in our
only
world, they're not...
affect humans. They only affect
Yeah, yeah.
humans.
In our world, they were not actively reaching
They are trying to
true humans,
gain
or they are.
influence
Followers there,
Because
through
that's
yeah.
Felix,
how you got
through
the people
Felix
with the markings
Lustrum.
and
They
stuff.
have
Yes.
found a place on our realm.
They or Trahas. We only find Trahas, right?
No, we found several crystals, different colors.
Ah,
Yes,
well,
and followers
that's-
of all 4.
Yeah, because the girl had markings of a different god than the one that
Yes,
Nolan
true.
had old markings of.
But they are, well, only a small Kindle.
And there was the 5th unawakened one, and that is then
I believe
Ante,
this is Ante.
That
Yes.
may be
But
Ante.
are they?
who
So
is now
are they
awakened.
on this plane and then occasionally reaching across the
They
planes
are
towards
wherever
our one, or are
they
they on
are
ours and
wherever.
then?
You see, they are wherever the swarm goes. So wherever there is magic, the swarm is there, and they have an infinite battle against the swarm, the 4 elder gods, and the swarm are arch enemies. But they are also created by the swarm, so you know, difficult.
You see Dario look at you. I. Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
have no
literally
notes.
like a book with a bunch of diagrams
See,
explaining all this.
but you have seen these visions. There were entire civilizations who basically committed suicide to create a god,
Oh, you know
to
the
battle the swarm.
the insect stuff. You
Trahas is
mean?
one of those. Yes.
Yes, you know the time when you were an
But
insect.
not only the insect people, we saw planes of, we saw worlds
Water.
underwater covered
Yes.
by ice. They also basically committed group suicide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I was in the underwater world at some point, or my
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
So what Nolan is saying is correct. So to give the abstract a little. So 4 times a ritual was performed to try and save a world from the swarm. And individually, each of the four then performed that, and they found each other through the universe over time, and they banded together, as they indeed were all worlds, and sometimes more than one world. Sometimes it was simply worlds where magic was used in excess, in tremendous greatness, and that's where the swarm then becomes the agent of entropy and tries to consume that world. And 4 times there was a resistance that equaled the swarm to a point where the swarm grew too large, and they performed a ritual to become a singular form, all the souls of a society, and they became Brahas, Brenar, Xine, Brahas, and Yo. So they fight the swarm with the same magic, the same form as the swarm. But they themselves indeed try to grow. So one day they might.
Souls, yeah.
Yeah. And they come and lose each time. They are destined to fail until the 5th. Because Ante unknowingly, in that moment of betrayal, was going to perform that same ritual.
Yes.
But Sath stopped him, or at least thwarted that attempt.
So Ante
And
was
now,
a failed attempt?
And that's why Ante has form and the others don't have form.
Did it at any point? Like, was the ritual halfway completed or just failed entirely?
Ante
or...
stole the soul.
so he still
I
took
think we now
within
completed.
what happened now. What Ante is now is yet to be seen, for he embraced divinity instead of that other side.
The other side. No.
I have
Interesting.
such a cool god.
Yeah.
So we sacrifice all the people here to Boris so he can become the 5th, and
The
The
then
6th.
we're good.
Or the
Well,
5th,
yeah,
yeah.
like 5th,
Again, I'm just
5.5.
curious.
Yes,
Holy
the
crap,
gods
that's
of
all
I
I-
need
unity.
incense to become a god. Okay.
Yes, I have it.
We need, we're gonna need more
Ante.
instance.
Ante, the god of unity. Yes, 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 yes. I
As
tried.
Boris
this
finishes
is
his 24-hour ritual. Okay, great news, Boris. We've convinced everyone they're gonna suicide themselves to make you into a god.
right. As
The
this
dog-
is going
the-
on, I'm taking an hour or two to study and prepare for the ritual.
Yeah.
Very
Maybe
good.
look into the scrolls if I can add some extra flavor to it.
Yeah. And you can definitely do that. And yeah, the atrium where you want to perform this, there is a little fountain, very nice little designer fountain, and there's an area here.
Did we agree on like an explanation of like if we tell the guards like Boris is going to perform a little meditation ceremony, please don't disturb him for 24 hours? Do we think that's going to be enough?
It's a monthly ritual in my religion.
They don't know what religion is, so
Yes,
either we
so-
explain to them what that is, or we
It's
give
a
it a different
monthly
name.
ritual I perform for my sanity.
It's it's a
Mental health.
it's a meditation thing.
Yeah.
He
It's alright.
was.
Wow. Where do you
suffering
get that
from
kind of
some-
money for each month?
They
We
don't
have
even
super
need-
healthcare in our Christian city. We have really good healthcare, guys.
You were
Wow.
generous enough to donate a couple of thousand gold to me, Gord. It's amazing.
What? I didn't have what?
It's all
Suffering
loan,
from
don't
Down
worry.
syndrome,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot.
Small
It's
donation.
only
I'm
20%.
poor as fuck.
Okay. Then
I
I would
have no
suggest
money.
that before Boris starts, we alert some of the people here of like, hey, Boris is going to do a little meditation ritual. Please don't disturb him. It's something he finds very important.
Yeah, I
I'm
should be
sure
kind
he'll
of
be.
safe.
I'm sure he'd be willing to explain more to you about it in detail once he's finished. But he kind of needs to do this now.
And
that should be fine, right?
there's a few eyebrows raised, and the captain also questioning, like, how strange. Is some kind of mental health thing. I mean,
We
I
all cope in
understand.
different ways with what's out there.
I see. Well,
It works for him, and who are we to deny him that?
yeah, I'm not going to let you roll for that. It is outlandish enough with your strange habits that the way you dress and everything. So yeah,
It's a fashion choice.
Boris, you have all the tools you need. So if you wish to start, you can.
Right.
Did you want us to keep an eye on you while you do this, or
Last time Nolan helped. I don't know if he's gonna do it again.
I have stuff to read.
Okay, so
I have an
I'll
iPad
just
to play on.
But I mean, if you're here reading, then I guess you can bring him a cup of water every 2 hours and maybe give him some
Yeah,
food.
concentration
Would you-
doesn't mean he's singing a mantra like 24 hours. It's like he's maintaining concentration, but he can, still do
would you
light
bring?
activity.
That's nice. Would you bring me water when I'm reading? Oh, cool.
I'm gonna set up everything, draw the symbols, and
Yeah.
place myself roughly inside the atrium where I have 60 feet
Yeah.
of area I can cover.
Okay, so while he does that,
What are we
we
doing?
can check
together?
out the magic store where they found the incense for his ritual.
I do want to check out the
Magic
store and
store.
see if there
General.
are other things that
It was the
we
general
recognize
store.
that are weird
Yeah, well,
that we recognize or be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where we find out they have like some super valuable material, like healing potions. They're just
like a
bottles of water here.
golden shield of Tormadol.
Yeah.
Six
Yeah.
packs
Right.
get every offer.
Yeah. Holy
They have like a
Avengers
row-
here, Holy
a row,
Avengers.
Okay.
a row of golden shields of Tormodon.
Yeah.
And during that
these
time,
these are just no, we have tons of those.
We have more of those. They were children's toys now. Oh, okay.
Collect all the staff of powers. Get all colors.
We can start saving coupons.
Robes of the Archmagi in the gentlemen section.
yeah, it's like a cosplay shop, just with you can dress up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look, the
That
main
should be our
characters of the
cover.
campaign.
You guys dress funny. Oh, we're super into cosplay.
I will read the notes and I will investigate anything I can find on the iPad while they are doing their shopping thing.
Very good.
So we
So, splitting the party. I love it. One's meditating, the others are going off, and the one is reading. Perfect.
And
So-
no one has unrestricted access to whatever their equivalent of the internet is. I'm sure that's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Definitely. It takes about 45 minutes, and then Nolan's just watching series.
Amazing.
Guys, I figured out this thing called Netflix. It's amazing.
I'm going to
Oh,
stay here.
no.
Sorry. Bye bye.
They only have season 2 and don't have season 1. Damn.
So-
And
Yeah.
after 1 month, oh my god, it's no free. It's not for free anymore. Damn.
Let's be honest. It's if Nolan finds Wikipedia, that's all we're at. This is wrong. Let me fix this. And he starts
Yeah.
editing Wikipedia.
Like, all my changes have been denied. No!
Pop up, you need to read admin powers. Oh no.
It's,
Don't
yeah.
you know who I am? Of course I know this better than you.
Nolan discovers he has ADHD and gets stuck in a shorts loop for 2 hours. Um, Okay. So, I will say, as you guys are leaving the compound and going to the general store, which isn't really that far away, maybe a 5-minute escort. First, let's go to Nolan.
Yeah.
Which, because it's fun when you imagine you guys going to basically a giant supermarket and just running through all of these perfectly made accommodations, foods, and all kinds of things. Toothbrushes, what the hell is that? So you guys are just basically inundated in close future consumerism running around with a blank check.
Meanwhile, Nolan is unraveling the secrets of the universe. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the backdrop here, right?
Yeah.
That's the scene. The scene switches like
Nolan figuring out secrets of the universe, and then meanwhile
30-second
you have
shopping
three of
montage.
us looking at like a vending machine, going, "How does it work?"
Yeah, like, oh, this is fizzy. Oh. But yeah, so while also Boris is just silently humming Nolan. So the research of Kirksaren. There, you are surprised, even though this man is a villain, that he keeps quite tidy notes. However, there, I will say, roll an investigation roll with advantage, please.
Yes. I also want to see if things are left out.
Yes. Wonderful. So, you first gets confronted with, well, the fact that these notes aren't paper, they are pictures in this thing. And there are, in fact, pictures, much like Gord has these, a handwriting of Euronymous Barthel himself. And you see excerpts, handwritten notes, and also of Daniel Tennis. And these are the very first notes made on magic. They begin as a psychological analysis by Geronimus Barthel of a unnamed subject. The man who has written symbols in his padded cell after a strange event had knocked down the power in most of the hemisphere. This is in 2063. Eventually, Barthel notes in his diary that with humor, these symbols are hard to get rid of in his mind. They keep coming back to him, and he feels like he needs to try and connect them somehow. But there are things missing. Eventually, you see a circle written on this paper, and you recognize it immediately as a teleportation circle. But it is wrong. There are errors, there are blanks being filled in. You can tell that the person who wrote this had no idea about magic. And you recognize the missing or wrong pieces are definitely the ones you saw at the island. This is a teleportation circle to Severnus. Then there are notes scattered about of a project being started. Something to send a physical object, a spacecraft, to a number of coordinates that Yormas Bartel mentioned. What he never mentioned was that those coordinates came to him in a dream, and he's not quite sure why, but he spent significant resources on directing something there. He had become a person of considerable influence and had been given grants together with Daniel Tennant to start a project for a certain type of engine. You see more notes from Barthel where very simple elementary high school magic is starting to form, all deduced from those symbols, and him mentioning that he's been driven by something. there is a page that is heavily redacted that also mentions an event. After the activation of this first engine, a lot of things went wrong. There's a mention of visitors of another place. And a few years later, the beginnings of the first incursions.
Mhm.
At some point, to make a very large and long story short, contact was made with the probe sent, and a probe enhanced with the little magic that Barthel had already learned to send back a trace. That probe had found something here on Severnus. And you see an image, badly corrupted and barely making out, but it is of a large hill. Something emerging out of the clouds, the freezing fog. But that has also been cut out of the picture.
Mm.
There are research logs of telemetry being sent back of construction here on Severnus in those days. And then eventually leading to a colonization project. But for that, magic was used to transport
Yeah.
people over.
Yes, and then I can connect the dots with the radio we heard ages ago in the Underdark, speaking about not only incursions but the colonization project that was underway.
And that's when something bad happened. So that's when
This,
the Earth came under attack and things and priorities changed.
and these coordinates are nowhere to be found in the notes.
Those coordinates are indeed to be found. And yeah, they are exactly to the east. Is there anything else you try and figure out about these notes, by the way? Unless I
What happened
basically...
to Daniel Tennis?
Okay. He disappeared together with Barthel when the first engine was activated. Well, there wasn't, not the first, but there was an experiment happening with the engine that coincided with the first incursion, and both Tennis and Barthel were not seen again. Barthel, however, in Kirksaren's notes, shows up in history now and again.
Yes, because I once sent a message to Bartel.
Yeah.
And he warned me, this is dangerous, I will come and find you.
Exactly.
Never
Daniel
seen him.
Tennis is never spoken of again. And there is also mention of a man called Gadarnax.
Yes.
Who, as far as Kirksaren's notes go, was the first man to subjugate a demon.
Overlord, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, all in all, apart from the redacted parts, at the end, there is another thing. From the telemetry given, research from this wasteland mostly about the city and its surroundings, how many people used to live here and how they lived in an immense expansive growth of a city in mere decades. It grew to millions of people and millions of people. At some point, 200 to 300 million people were here on Severnus in the colonization attempt before. And then, of course, the signs of these old gods starting to grip the people. They're building cathedrals, or rather, cathedrals and temples showing up, being excavated, and being there where everyone was sure they'd always been there before. But because of the freezing winds, no real colonization was ever happening to the east. Eventually, though, the probe of method that was sent was reconnected with. There, they realized that the AI was still running and had been collecting data on something. But that data was never deciphered and was presumed lost after the attacks began. For the attacks came from the east at first, before they engulfed the entire city and it became a war. The AI had found something. It had been communicating with something.
Lizard people.
So yeah, it had also constructed a large facility by itself, seemingly.
The probe or the AI?
Yes. The probe and
Okay.
AI being one.
Mm-hmm. And last thing I'm looking for is, do I read any inconsistencies with what I have read and what I know so far from Severnus? Or do I just have the feeling, oh, now this makes sense. Ah, now this makes sense. Ah, this is correct. This is correct.
There was never a perspective of the enemy. It was always from the eyes of soldiers, people who worked with Ante and all that kind of thing. The resistance on Severnus. But there are also accounts of cultists, basically, those who followed the Four, those who turned sides, those who were captured and interrogated. Those parts were cut from history. And those who followed the Four were adamant. Everyone on this world must leave or die, for they cannot remain here, for it's too dangerous. They were guarding, protecting something. These old gods needed to live again to be a shield against what is kept here. The reason why Severnus died the first time.
Oh.
And that there were even attempts at interrogating members of the swarm. And there's one occasion even where a group of cultists of Trahas and Xene captured the swarm agents and assisted in the interrogation to prove their point that they all need to leave, that the colonization should be abandoned. And there's only one line that was spoken by the agent of the swarm before it was destroyed. Not by Trahas or Zene or any else. It simply seemed to exist, to stop existing, to cease. We protect the grave of the first.
This was said by the swarm, not by any of the four gods.
Correct.
Well, interesting. And when I'm reading this, I'll stand up and I'll tap on Boris's shoulder. Boris, this is super. And then I'll go back to reading, and then 30 minutes later, I'll tap on his shoulder. Boris, I found something new.
I just give you the death stare. I'm busy.
Around Boris, there's a few soldiers who got piqued their interest a little, and some take to the ritual and at first just sit on the edges, and then they see the circle you have drawn and right outside as you are chanting and holding your scroll, and a few are a little intrigued, come a little closer, and some maybe even start muttering some of the words you're speaking. You're gathering a bit of a crowd. But even with the disturbances of Nolan, you are far away with your mind, where you're reaching for your light, you're reaching for protection, and it is difficult. The first time you did so, creating the Hallow spell, there was pull, there was conversation, that you heard the words of your gods. Now, it's never been more silent. You try to pull and you feel the magic in your hands. You feel that what you are doing is correct. But it's almost like you hear your own voice echo down a hallway and slowly bouncing back to you. There is something in the way. And it isn't the dome. Something is trying to listen. Something bounces back your prayers. Because the light you feel isn't bright. It isn't the yellow light of the sun. It is a darker light. Red. The sun around which Severnus spins. There's something there that is also listening to your prayer.
I'm gonna do something stupid then. As I'm praying, I'm gonna use this one.
Okay?
in the intervention I request is that I get a clear connection, or that something from the other side pushes towards me, so I can more easily bridge towards the
Okay.
correct sun.
Roll an 11 or lower.
And I roll a 97.
Nice.
So there is a brief ooh and ah when, in fact, you reach for this divine intervention. And a brief glow goes through you as you focus. The people around you are startled by this and stand up. But you just can't seem to reach something. It bounces off something. You reach for your god, and it takes you hours upon hours. When finally you manage to reach through, over half the night is gone. You're just sitting there on focusing when you make a connection with your god and you hear wonder. The place of the lost. My light might still reach. As the Hallow spell starts taking form, suddenly it all becomes much more clear as that red influence, that red glow, that something, that block, it feels as though gears that have not turned in centuries. You feel a rust, a creaking, something mechanical that is coming through, that suddenly turns to life again, and the vision of your god becomes much more clear. So, at the general store,
Wat een overgang.
Meanwhile,
yeah. So, Nolan's panicking. Whatever happened with Boris just happened. And you guys are shopping.
Yes.
There's
It's only
incense,
gift construction, so
and indeed it is somewhat labeled as air freshener, or as a fancy gift or whatever, for meditation purposes, indeed, for yoga or whatever. Yes, that exists here. And yeah, it is basically in the wellness aisle. And it is, and you can see all of it is, yeah, fucking cleric grade. So, yeah.
are there other things
Because
here
you're
that we
worth it.
recognize as being
L'Oreal.
from
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
our world, or stuff that would have a purpose in our world?
Yeah. You find mundane reagents and all kinds of things, mostly to do like you find oils for, well, let's not say essential oils, but you still find oils that could be used for the creation of holy oil and those kind of things. So there are a number of reagents and components here, and even, which is quite surprising, gemstones that are sold as decoration, but quickly you realize with your thieving eyes that these are proper freaking gemstones. These are
These are
rubies
actual
and
valuable
sapphires.
ones.
Yeah.
So
Are
when
they
you're saying
priced
it's
as expensive here, or
No.
We could make a lot of money buying here and selling a lot.
Can I pick up some diamonds?
Yeah, they're tiny diamonds. How much you need?
Teleport back.
How?
Hey, I've
Well,
got
How-
Severnus teleportation circle now,
a
so
giant bag full of diamonds, please.
Kalina, don't eat that. Kalina, no, don't eat that.
Yeah, you do know
we
how
show back up. Hey
inflation
guys,
works,
this place
right?
is great.
Does this go on the multipass?
You're gonna ruin the economy, man.
Cassius, you don't have a job. You don't have a job in this realm.
I-
You can just buy it.
Well,
Whatever you
this is
steal.
decorative stuff. It's just stuff is a different price in places based on how available it is. Like, allee, weet je hoe dat in Hawaii kreeft goedkoper is dan cola? Omdat kreeft is daar en cola moeten ze invliegen en zo. Like, is there any food you can buy here?
Yeah,
And
plenty.
is that priced a normal amount, or is food relatively expensive compared to
Food is rather expensive. The fancy
Yeah,
stuff
so,
is very expensive.
They don't have purpose, or they don't have much purpose for gemstones here, which is why they're.
But they are
significantly
available for
cheaper.
some reason.
But it's still weird that they have them, because if survival of your city is all that matters, why would you bother mining and cutting gemstones?
Yes, and why would people buy them?
Because they're
Hmm.
shiny and they look nice. That's not the
Mm,
difficult question here. Now, why would you? Because generally, mining is also not a super chill, safe activity that you would, we need to spend our time anyway. Let's go climb into a tunnel and dig.
well, maybe they
No
have,
fence cord.
maybe they have things that do it for them. It sorted all the dwarves.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Excuse me?
Yeah. So
And do I also see anything made from the dark glass which was told of on the north and the black glass dunes?
no. You don't
No.
see anything that you know, hey, here's a slab of Thrajas. You're like there's no, it's all well, consumer products, and there's nothing that hints
Very
towards any
consumer
sort of resources from beyond the dome.
Do they have things we don't understand here?
Oh yeah, plenty. Like a lot of technological gadgets and stuff that
That
would
we
be
would not
creature
have.
comforts. Yeah. And again, weird fruits and things you haven't really seen.
Anything that looks like weapons?
No. Some knives for the kitchen and all that.
Yeah, for kitchen stuff.
It's not like Walmart where there's a shotgun.
Where there's the assault
yeah.
rifles are next
Yeah.
to the hunting
Yeah.
gear and the fishing tents.
No.
Yeah. Curious. And the essential, or the incense and stuff is in some kind of air freshener type department. That's their function for these type of incenses.
Yeah, it's purely recreational.
I asked someone in the store how long it's been in the rayon.
Oh. Well, we've always carried that as far as I know. I've only worked here for about 5 years, but as far as always
Do you have an idea
had a
who's
supply.
your supplier, where it comes from?
No, it's all from the allotment, so it all gets distributed by the administration.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, I have this multi-pass. How much of these plastic stones can I bring with me? Pointing at the real diamonds.
Well, there is a limit. It's well, depending on what occasion. If it is for a wedding, for a birthday.
Yes,
Sure.
I'm marrying this handsome fella here, and I'll hold Cassius's hand, which I know he loves.
What do I need to roll to not make that happen?
Sleight of hand. Then it's easy enough, I guess.
I have advantage on those.
Wait,
so
take
yeah,
it all,
Yeah.
mates. Economical. Oh,
you
You
can
really
certainly
doesn't want to
try,
get
but
touched. Like
where did he go?
backstory
that is
roll.
exactly the moment I hear him say the sentence. I notice I'm the closest one, so I'm like, I need to not be here when he finishes the sentence.
30
Yeah.
freaking 3.
My
So
God, he can
so-
apparate as well.
so
I didn't.
Dario's there instead.
Sure, I'll grab his head if I can.
Hello. What are you doing? What are you? What are you
Is it
doing?
me? Yeah.
No, we're looking for a wedding ring, you know?
This is where we find out they're homophobic as fuck.
Yeah, like
Burn them.
You you know,
No.
honey,
They've been corrupted.
I only want the best.
well, in that case, for weddings as a special occasion, you can definitely pick 5 of each for special decorations and all that. It's usually per event basis.
Okay, I'll grab 5 then. And how
Alright.
much are they worth? It's for my spells. If I
So-
would ever use them.
I will say you get the rubies and the ruby, sapphire, emeralds are maybe worth, let's say, 50 gold each, and the diamonds, you get 5 of those. They would also be worth about 100 apiece, I think, in relative terms. So you've got
So I can grab
500
5 diamonds?
500 golds worth of diamonds.
Yeah, that's perfect for spells. Yeah, thank you.
Not that I'm loading you up for anything,
Yeah. Here comes Revivify.
Oh, you think that's gonna work? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dario hears a voice in his head saying, "I'm so glad you guys finally decided to get together. FYI, I know the perfect dress for you to wear on your wedding."
Yes, something black with gold.
I was thinking something rather yellow. You have a
Yes,
very smashing robe, I think.
I already have the suit for it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And a wonderful hat, don't forget.
No, I think I dropped it or burned it. I don't know.
Oh, it's
It's
like
a magical hat that always finds its way back to you.
yeah, it's a poltergeist kind of thing. The witch hat from
no,
What We
it's
Do in the
haunted.
Shadows.
It's when I wake up and it's there on the floor. Why I
Yeah.
didn't put it?
Yeah, if you wake up, you're wearing it. It's like
They probably don't sell it here, but do they have any special metals or something I don't recognize as a dwarf? Something.
I mean, you would know steel. You might not know about aluminum, and you might not know about titanium, but I don't think they'll have that readily available.
Probably not.
I want.
Yeah.
Hebben ze
I
een
pick
gamma
up.
of een brico of zo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pick up a diamond if that's something I can do, and I look at gold like, honey, would you buy this for me? I like this one.
Yeah, I got 5.
Are those for me?
Yeah, I'll give them to you later.
Oh,
I thought, thank you.
No.
Damn it.
All right. So,
Okay, I'll give you diamonds if you need any.
but yeah, you do find some aluminum, which is oddly light, and they use it in a lot of things. Yeah, if you
I will
guys
respect it for
for
dwarven reasons. Yeah.
for next session, if you guys want to explore the city further or go back for Nolan and make sure that he's not yet a crater in the ground, you can always do that. But I will say, because it is getting late and I am slowly fading away, because holy fuck, what a week it's been again.
Yeah.
My narration sort of stilted near the end there, but that's okay. Yeah, you are in the city of Severn still contemplating whether or not to sortie or not, and or to infiltrate the society further. With that, hopefully not that big of a break, so we don't have to catch up as much. And yeah, that's where I'll end the stream tonight, because I am literally falling